All right, great Thursday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. So that's up Photo Junior with your 15 minutes to mastery. All of us here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. How are you doing today? How's your week going? It's the middle of the month already. How far along are you to accomplishing your goals for the month of May? All right. We want to make sure that each and every day we're coming in here getting you some information, some inspiration, some motivation to attack the day, because every day there's something that you need to overcome. Every day there's something that gets in the way. We know that, whether it's business or life or family, whatever it may be, there's always something. So that's where we come in each and every morning. This is episode number 197. I mentioned it earlier. At this point, we're over 49 hours of content that you have from us just from our 15 minutes to mastery segment since we started this. 49 hours that you could go back and look at, listen to, watch on different topics, not just about sales and manufactured homes, but just about life and business and leveling up. And that's kind of what we're getting into today, because today we want to talk about grit. Today, I want to talk to you about that little secret ingredient to success that we call grit, right? And if you look there on the screen, you'll see somewhat of a definition to it, right? Grit is a noun, as it's described there, right? And it's the drive, stamina, and fortitude to push through any challenge or obstacle until success is achieved. Man, and boy, do you need it. And the reason I'm talking about this is just because, there will always be setbacks, whether you own a business or you're working in sales or you're just whatever it is that you do. There's always going to be setbacks. There's always going to be things that happen. There's always going to be something that could bring you down. And so we need to be able to have, you should have grit in order to push through until you reach success. And success looks different to everyone, right? And that's something that you need to determine what is success. For me, with establishing the business, we're way far away from truly reaching success, even though yesterday we had a huge win. But still, if I were to stop right now and say, okay, we're good, I'm cruise control, at least we're taking care of us, we're built this to the point where it helps us and we're able to move forward, and I just try and coast it from here on out, this will go away. It'll fall apart by tomorrow. So we've got to keep pushing through. You got to keep fighting. Every day is a fight. Every day you're hunting. Every day you're looking, because every day there are setbacks. And like I said, I mean, the reason I'm talking about this, we recently, even ourselves, not just me with the business, but in life, one of our sons had some bad news with yesterday on some stuff that he's got going on for himself and his business that he's got going. It happens, man. Whether you're 51 or 18 or 10, our 10-year-old also, we could say, had a bit of a setback here recently as well in his life. And things that he's got going on that he's got to overcome and he's got to fight through and he's got to push through. So we all need to develop grit. We all need to have it in order to keep pushing through. We can't let those things affect us, because if we get focused on that, if we get too upset about it, it should be a motivating factor. It should be something that pushes you through, because nobody else is going to come and do it for you. There is no cavalry coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And if you don't know how to save yourself, if you don't have the grit to do it, if you let yourself get too upset and you obsess about those things, all you do is focus on that, and you never take the steps that need to get done to keep moving forward and press forward to reach the next level of success, the next goal, the next whatever it may be as you're moving through, right? So why do you need that grit? We already talked about it. Nobody's coming to do it for you. You got to do it yourself. So why do you need the grit? Because more than likely, here's the thing, no matter what it is, you're always going to have to do it alone. You're going to be alone, especially with you starting a business. If you're in sales, you're going to have to do it alone. Nobody's going to come in and do it with you. Nobody's going to come in and do it for you. Most people aren't going to even check in on you. Your family's not going to check in on you. Your friends aren't going to check in on you. I was inspired on this, as a matter of fact, also when I was looking at a post from Ryan Stewman. This guy's an entrepreneur out of the Dallas area, and he was talking about that, how when you're building something, you're building it alone. Nobody, this years of work by yourself, and how true it is. How true it is. You know, it's like friends don't call you to check on you. They don't call to ask on how things are coming. Hey, man, we see you putting in the work. Nothing. No. Family, same thing. You know, it's you're going to do it alone. You're always going to have obstacles. You're always going to have issues. You might as well accept it, and you might as well be looking for them. Look for the obstacles. Look for the problems. Look forward to having them. Because in learning from them, in pushing through, in not letting them affect you, you get that much stronger. You get that much better. You're able to push forward to reaching success, the ultimate success. And no matter what level you're at, you could be in manufactured home sales for 20 years. You know what? You could still level up. You could be starting out a business. You can still level up. You can be a pre-teen. There's always opportunities to level up. It does not matter, because you will always have opportunities to grow. Don't try and run from the problems. Don't let the problems, when you hear about the bad things that are happening, that or something happens, you get a phone call, you get an email, you get a whatever. So what? All you got to tell yourself, so what? Okay, how do I move forward? That's all I got to do. I don't care who did what, who said what, how this happened. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is it happened. I got to deal with it. I got to move forward. It doesn't matter if the customer decided to cancel. It doesn't matter that they didn't qualify for the loan. None of that matters. Nobody freaking cares. Nobody cares that they backed out on letting you have the room. Nobody cares. All right? Just get it done. Go make it happen. Go find another one. Go find another customer. Go find another client that we can service. One tells us, 10 tell us no, we got to find the one. And that's what makes the wins even that much better, right? And so in being that type of person who has grit, in being that type of person that can truly fight through the obstacles, the problems, the being alone in this situation. When you get those calls that it's not going to happen, or that this got pushed off, or hey, we ain't got that payment yet. Hey, I understand. You'll get the payment when I get the money. How about that? All right. Because I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing in order to get to the point where I'm going, because I know where this is going. Right now, you see this company of one person that tries to do just about everything. I get my wife; she helps me with some things, right? And she's trying to get this done. We're working at bringing people on board that can help grow this thing. But ultimately, it's a battle of one person trying to build this thing out. Because what we see in the future is a company that has 200-300 employees. We're a national company that is servicing, helping families all across the country, helping you do those things. But it takes grit to get there. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What is your success? Because understand that you're going to have to get there by yourself. Nobody is coming to save you. Now, what do you gain from that? What can I look forward to, Caesar, in having to put up the fight with all of that? Well, I'm glad you asked. You guys asked some awesome questions while we're doing this, by the way. Here's some things that you're going to get. And I'm gonna speak first for what I have seen in myself personally. Okay, I have mentioned to you guys in the past that when I started this business, I truly felt that, man, I'm mentally tough. I've built myself up to be a person who is continuously learning, a person who understands that there's going to be setbacks, a person who's even keeled, doesn't let much affect him. Right? Do I get down about things? Yeah, sometimes. Do I get affected by things? Yes, I will sometimes. But it's 5, 10 minutes, and I got to move on. I got to move on. Sometimes I can't even let it affect me because other people around me are affected. And I can't be another one that's being affected by it. I got to keep pushing forward, because if not, it'll just go worse. Right. So I thought I was this person that was ready to go, but man, in the last 13 months, we're going on 14 months already. The last 13 months of manufactured home sales mastery, I have learned so much about myself. I have learned so much from the losses, far more than the losses that I had as a general manager at Titan Factory Direct, far more than I learned as a salesperson, far more than I've learned in my previous 51 years of life. I have learned in these last 13 months, and it's helped me level up to a person that is mentally determined to make this happen. Because if I look back, and had I been the same person I was even a year ago, by now I would not be standing in front of you doing this. I would be back working somewhere, be having the job as a general manager, or maybe salesman. I don't know. It just depends on where I would start, but I'd be back there because I'd have given up that easily. Right? Because the fact of the matter is, that's a stressful job, but it's still security. It made $500,000, 600,000. There's some GMs that make $1 million a year plus. That's a cush life for dealing with some stress, right? It's something that's already been established. That's something that most of us work a job for a company that's well established. That company's been around, whether it's 10 years, 15, 20 years, but somebody already went through all of the stuff that I am going through personally right now to get it to the point it is. And somebody just plugs in and benefits from that. Right now, we're building that. So I've been able to develop that grit to be able to get forward. You have to develop that grit to be able to get to the point where you need to be, whatever success is for you. So I have personally benefited and learned from this how to see what's coming and be able to hold on to that vision, so that I put in the work daily, and it doesn't truly feel like work. Even when I have the bad days, it doesn't feel like work. It's just another step in that right direction. 2 steps forward, 1 step back sometimes. 5 steps forward, 6 steps back sometimes. But that's the way it goes. And understanding that that's part of it, as we're building one brick at a time, one day at a time. So you develop a growth mindset. First and foremost, you're going to develop that growth mindset. You're going to be more hopeful. You're going to understand that it's there. I just need to fight through this. I need to get over this wall. I need to run through this brick wall. I need to do whatever it takes. I need to put the Band-Aids on everything from the butt kicking that I took. All right. But we're moving forward, right? You increase your likelihood of that positive change within you as you develop grit. You're able to stay focused more. You're able to be more optimistic, but only because you're developing the discipline. Some people just sit back, take butt kickings, and think that that's being noble, and oh, that's just part of it, and oh my gosh, it's going worse. No. You take the butt kickings, but you develop the discipline to keep moving forward every day, not just some days. Every day you put in the work. Every freaking day. You become more flexible. You understand that, oh, shoot, you run into a wall. So I guess that's not working, right? I got to figure out a different way to make it happen. And believe me, we have pivoted so much over these last 12, 13 months. I thought that manufactured home sales mastery was going to be this, and it's turned out to be that. And it's constantly being adjusted, and it's constantly being molded to fit the needs of our clients as we're building more of a client base. And even yesterday, with that win that we had and putting together this deal, I realized, here's something else that we can do. And those little things are uplifting and inspiring. And you'll be able to figure those things out too as you go along in your life, your business, your career, right? You develop resilience. Believe me, you develop resilience. When you get kicked in the face, punched in the face, punched in the gut daily, and you keep moving forward, you build resilience. Some people aren't built for that. Some people try to avoid it, right? Oh, well, no, just move out of the way. Okay, please. And don't try to convince yourself that you have it. If you know you don't have it, then go out and get it, build it. But don't talk about having it when you really don't. All right. I was one of those guys. I mean, that's right up until my fifth, when I was 50 years old, I tried different businesses, but several of them should have turned out to be something, but I didn't have the resilience to keep moving forward. I can admit it. I didn't have the discipline to keep moving forward. At this point in time, nothing is going to stop me. Believe me. Doesn't matter if it's attorneys, doesn't matter if it's nose, whatever it may be, bring it. We're still moving forward. We're moving forward. And ultimately, man, you develop a sense of happiness, of fulfillment. You feel damn good about yourself when you've got that kind of grit, because you know that it's going to take a bullet between the eyes to take you down. That's the only thing that's going to take you down. Doesn't mean you're going to win all the time. Doesn't mean you're going to win every fight. It just means you're always going to keep moving forward until that day comes. And I've already spoken about that. So I hope that you guys can develop that grit. I know you can. I'm not saying, let me rephrase that. I don't hope that you can. I know that you can. It's just going to take you deciding to fight through every single obstacle that comes your way, because you will have them. Don't give up on this business. Don't give up on oh, no, it's too hard. Oh, there's not people. Believe me, there's people buying homes daily in the masses. There's more than enough business for you to do great things for yourself. It's just you have not built the discipline to put in the work daily. You don't have the resilience to fight through the obstacles, because there's always going to be obstacles. Guess what? There will be some months you make no money, especially while you're first starting out. There's going to be some months where you make no money. That's part of it. And if your manager's not telling you that when you're interviewing, hey, the first 3 or 4 months, guess what? You're probably not going to make any money. We got a little base. That's probably all you're going to make. But understand that 4 months, 5 months down the road, if you put in the work now, don't think that you're going to, I don't know, and I'm not making any money, so I'm not going to put any work in right now. I'm going to put in the work once I start making money. It takes putting in the work, the work comes before the belief. You got to put in the work to gain the belief to see the outcome. If you can do that, that's true grit. And you, my friends, will succeed. You will do great things. You will conquer, man. There's going to be some times you're going to lose some of those fights. That's okay. That's okay. You get beat up, you get knocked down, you get a bloody lip, you got a busted eye, you broke your arm. That's okay. As long as you're not 6 feet under, it's okay. You'll get up, you'll heal, you keep moving forward. You keep moving forward while you're healing. Don't wait to get healed to move forward. You freaking get up, you clean up that blood, but you keep moving forward. You be like Rocky, right? When he was getting busted up. If you've seen the movies, and he keeps coming and he keeps coming and keeps coming, even though he's all busted up. That's what you got to do. That is the grit that is needed. Because, folks, this business will do so many great things for you, for your family. Manufactured home industry will do fantastic things for you, your family, your community, your church, whomever you want to bless with the winnings, the success of your career. They will benefit from it. But understand, you're going to take some butt kickings. You're going to be knocked down. You're going to have setbacks. And that's in manufactured home sales. That's in building a business. That's in freaking life, man. We can't get away from it. But we've been blessed to have the opportunity by God to develop grit. And I hope that you can develop it, harness it, master it, and make it your best friend, because that's who you're going to turn to when the times are tough, especially when you're first building. You're going to turn to your grit. You're not going to turn to your friends because they ain't around. You're not going to turn to your family because they're ignoring you. You're not going to turn to anyone that you thought was going to be there for you. You're going to turn to your grit and you're going to say, let's go. And that's what I'm telling you right now. And if you need that little bit of inspiration, man, you reach out to me because I know where you're at. Believe me, I've been there. I've been doing what you're doing right now. I've been through the highs and the lows, and I'm going through it now. So you can reach out to us here, and we'll give you that little push, man, that little kick in the butt, a little pat in the back, and go after and get it. Don't think don't call me expecting me to, oh, it's going to be okay. No. Call me. I'll tell you what needs to happen and put you on the path to success. And we'll motivate each other. We'll keep pushing forward. You guys develop that grit. Have a great freaking Thursday, man. I'm fired up. I am fired up today. It's time to go out and do some great things today. You guys have a fantastic Thursday. Kill it the rest of this week. Set up an awesome selling Saturday. We'll be back in here tomorrow at 8:15 Central Daylight Time with another 15 minutes to mastery and more. You guys have an awesome day. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.